Good evening, everyone. Sorry for the distraction the first time. I was a bit distracted. So we are back now. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So today we are looking at a very interesting topic, which is defining your niche. Okay, we are looking at defining your niche, and the goal is that by the end of today, you should be able to clearly define who your target audience is. Okay, by the end of today, you should be able to clearly define who your target customer, who your target market is, and who is your ideal customer, so you can build a stronger and more focused visibility and get that desired result online and offline. Okay, so please, as you're joining, register your presence. Let me know your name, where you're joining in from. Okay, it's very, 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 very important. Okay, so welcome once again. I need you to understand that visibility is just a child's play if you don't understand who you are being visible for. You just be showing up, putting out content, putting out posts, random ideas, and all of that. If you don't know who your target market is, okay, you need to understand who you are sharing those contents with. Who are you creating that video for? Who are you reaching out to? Okay, so that you are not, exerting too much energy, burning out your strength without getting results. You need to understand that whatever you're doing, getting the desired result should be your ultimate goal. Okay, so you need to know why clarity, why you need to really, really, really understand your audience. Why is clarity, why is niche clarity an important aspect you should not joke with? You are not called to serve everyone. You are not called to serve everybody. Let's be honest, when you try to talk to everyone, you end up talking to nobody. Like you are in the market, everybody is talking at the same time. And you are trying to, okay, Madam Joy, keep quiet, let me talk to you. You're talking to everybody almost at the same time. Nobody will listen to you. You find out that you did not pass any message at the end of the day. You did not pass any message at the end of the day. So you cannot be talking to everybody. Okay, for instance, now I have 3 children, right? I'm trying to fix breakfast, and the 3 of them comes into the kitchen. Mommy, 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 the 3 of them are talking to me at the same time, and I'm trying to answer each of them at the same time. At the end of the day, I'm stressed, I'm confused, and none of them is satisfied because I did not give them optimal, attention as I ought to. Okay, so I want you to think about this. Would you rather be a small fish in a big ocean, or a big fish in a focused and profitable river? Like, you go to River Niger and you are lost in that river. You're a small fish. People hardly notice you in that river or in that ocean. But when you go to your village or you go to a small town and you are big, but the river is sizable, it's not just as big as the one you used to know. or the one people used to know, but you are shining. People notice you in that river. Which is better? I think the second one is better. Okay? When your message is too broad, is connecting to everybody. Like I was discussing with somebody the other day. I said, she said she's a fashion designer. I said, who are you sewing for? She said she's sewing for male, female, boys, girls, sewing for everybody. I said, how will you be sewing for everybody? You can't sew for everybody. When there's a huge demand, you can't be attending to everybody. It's not possible. When your message is too broad, it gets lost in the noise. But when you bring it down, when you break it down, your audience feels like, wow, this is exactly what I need. Many a time when I create content and post, I see people coming to my DM and say, "Ma, you just spoke to me. This thing just spoke to me." When you have clarity, you understand what you're doing, you're able to build trust, and that trust leads to conversion. And at the end of the day, the conversion builds a sustainable brand. Now, instead of you saying, I help people grow on social media, you can say, I help Christian female coaches grow their coaching brand using Instagram Reels. The first one is broad. I help people grow on social media. It is broad. I used to say it. I help people gain visibility. I help people become more visible online by sharing their stories. No. But when I started niching that, so I help small business owners, I help entrepreneurs, I help I help startups, position themselves online for profit, influence, and affluence. You see, it is more clear. So if you have been saying I help people look beautiful with ready to wear boo boo girls, it is broad. You can as well streamline me to I help women in their 40s, or I help women in their 50s look radiant or look elegant. You have niched it, you have broken it down to women in their 50s. Now, how do you choose a niche and align it with your passion and your skill? Now, a lot of people mistake this, and I just need to explain it and hammer on it very well before we start going deeply into the visibility challenge. Okay? The niche is that sweet spot between what you are passionate about and what you are good at or skilled at, and what people are willing to pay you for. I don't know if you understand that. When we talk about niche, what is niche? Niche is that sweet spot, that tickling spot between your passion, what you're passionate about, what you are good at or skilled at, and what people are willing to pay you for. Now, you can think of your niche like an assignment. Okay? Your niche is your story, your experiences, and your natural gifts that meets the needs of others. Your niche is that divine assignment, that gift that God has given to you, that call, the call that you have, that thing that you were born with. Okay? It is where your story and your experiences and your natural gifts meet with the needs of others. I will explain. You can ask yourself some of these questions. What problem do you love solving? Like, you don't get tired when doing it. What kind of people do you enjoy working with? What do people always ask you to help them with? What are your own life experiences or past struggles? Did you write down these questions? Number one, what problem do you love solving? What kind of people do you enjoy working with? What do people always ask you to help them with? What are your own life experiences or past struggles? For example, if you are in the niche, if you are in the skincare, like Madam Arit, that's in the beauty niche. Examples of niches: skincare for women with hormonal acne. Your beauty products will help women that has acne, pimples, skin irritation, and that has to do with hormonal imbalance. That's what you're specializing on. Or you are a mindset coach for teenagers, or you are interior decor for low income moms, women with low income that but they love beautiful space. They love to have a beautiful space. Those are the kind of people you work with, right? Or you're a gospel musician or a gospel artist that's that is up to build youth, the youth choir. Or you're an academic coach for WAEC and JAMB students. That's niche. Now, I want you to note that you can start small. You don't need to be afraid to start small, because the richer your niche, the louder your brand. If your niche is very clear and specific, right, your brand voice will be loud. Your brand voice will be heard. Before we go on, I want you to take 15 to 20 minutes to do the following, but not here. You can do it quietly and then you can send it. Okay? Write down this. Describe your ideal customer. When you're describing your ideal customer, I want you to write it in a paper before you type it and share on the group. So, describe your ideal customers. Number one, what is their age? What is their age range? Number two, what is their gender? Number three, where do they reside? What's their location? What is their interest? What do they struggle with? What is their pain point? When we talk about pain points, what are they suffering from that you want to help them with? What do they want you to help them with? What do they dream of achieving? They have pain, they have something they are suffering from. And at the end of the day, what do they want you to, what do they want to achieve at the end of the day? Now, if you're able to write this, if you're able to write this, if you're able to note this, it will help you, to be more focused. I'll give you an example. My ideal client, for myself, my ideal client is a 21-year-old university student in Lagos, Nigeria, who wants to grow her side hustle online, but doesn't know how to create content or show up confidently. Do you see that? So my ideal client is people from the age of 21 to 60. 21 to 60. A lot of 40-year-old people do not even know how to navigate the social media. 50 years, they don't even know what to do on Facebook. They are lost. 60-year-old, they have beautiful ideas. They feel they are too old to be online. That's where I come in. Right? So if you're able to write a clear niche statement, you'll be able to achieve your visibility journey. Now, I'm going to share the format. Okay, I'm going to share the format on the group. You use that to create your own niche. For example, you can say, I help young creatives. Okay, I help young creatives, young Nigerian creatives turn their talents into income using social media content and branding. Very simple. Very simple. So your format is I help. You have to type, you have to add the kind of people you help, what you solve, the specific problem, so they can get so results. Now, how will focusing on niche help you to stand out? You will be asking me. I know that's what you're asking me. It will help you make your audience feel seen. What when your audience, you know, when you create those contents and you have your audience in mind, you're calling out your audience, they'll feel happy. They'll feel that someone has them in mind. When you're also talking about your niche, you have to think, what can you say or offer that others cannot? You see, this is my visibility challenge that I'm doing now. Right? One thing that helps me stand out is every other coach, nobody will be coming to your DM to ask you, how far have you gained access? Have you watched this video? They don't have that time. They give you link, go and go through the courses and implement. Nobody has that time to start holding your hands and start asking you how far. That's one thing that I'm doing that nobody is doing. I know this one for sure because I have paid hundreds of thousands to different coaches, but I didn't get the results as I am helping other people get results. Another thing I want you to note is when you are niching down, when you're niching down, it doesn't limit you. Okay, it doesn't stop you from doing other things. It only helps you to get positioned. It only helps people to say, you are the go-to person for this particular thing. See, even Jesus Christ had a niche. He often told his disciples, say, I was sent to the lost sheep of Israel. He had a niche before his message began to expand. He would say, I came for the lost sheep. If you are not sick, you will not go to the doctor. Even the doctors, they have niches. They have doctor for the eyes, have doctor for the nose, have doctor for the ear. You can't be gbogbolishe, agbo, all these herbs that does all the work. One herb will clean your eyes, clean your nose, help your ear, help all parts of the body. Haba. You can't be, you can't be an almighty formula. You have to stay on your area of expertise. And that is where there's a section will have how to storify your brand. You can share stories around different areas, but let people know you that I am the oga kpatakpata for surprise call. When it comes to surprise calls, I am the queen. I can do this better than any other person. When they want to do surprise birthday for somebody, they will call your number. Not that today you're talking about surprise call, tomorrow you're talking about you open the bail for men. Next tomorrow you are coaching people. Another day you are talking about stockfish and crayfish. Another day you're talking about shoe harbor. Even if you're going to diversify, let it be in the same area. Like Onyinye, who does surprise calls, she has launched her course on how to start up a surprise call business. It is still on that same niche. You don't go and jump to selling crayfish because it is crayfish season. Another time you move to selling baby wears. Another time your page will be messed up and you will be confusing your audience. Even when they remember to buy, when they want to buy something, excuse me, when they want to buy something relating to what you sell, they'll be confused because they don't know if you are still doing that thing you said you were doing. So you need to, especially if you're online, you need to, let your audience know that, come, when it comes to this area, this thing I'm doing, I am the best. And if you're not doing business with me, you are the losing end. And when they come to you, give them your all, give them your best. Let them have a satisfaction that they are doing business with you. And that's why I'm hammering on branding. Brand yourself such that you are good at what you are, at what you are doing. Don't be at the same spot. Okay? You agree with me that every cohort in this visibility program is unique. Cohort 1 is not the same as cohort 2. Even in this cohort 7, those in cohort 6 would say that some of the things they did in cohort 6 is not what they are seeing in cohort 7. So let there be an upgrade, but stay on your lane. You are permitted to diversify after a while, but let it be that you have concretized your stay. You have cemented your footprint in the hearts of people, in the hearts of your audience. They already know that this is what you are good at. Then you cannot spread your wings. And when you're spreading your wings, let it not be off from what you are already doing. Now, like I used Onyinye, I said Onyinye does surprise calls. Now, in that surprise call, she now does surprise birthday party, birthday shout out. Apart from you can call her to go surprise somebody with gifts. She now decorates room to do surprise birthday for proposal. She now added surprise apology calls. She has added condolence call. It is still that call. It is still that surprise call that she's doing. She has now added voiceover. Now she's doing a master class to teach people how to start that same business. It is still on surprise call. So under that surprise call, she has spread her wings. If somebody does not reach out to her to call somebody for her birthday, someone is reaching out to her to go gift somebody on his behalf. Somebody is reaching out to her to please go to an orphanage to touch lives, to gift people. Somebody is reaching out to her to go to the prison. It is still surprise call. It is still the shout out. I don't know if you're understanding. Spreading your wings, you are already penning down that, come, I am on this shout out business. I am the goddess of this place. For me, my gospel has always been visibility. Visibility, be visible, share your story. How do you do this? You can do it. I will show you how to do it in the simplest way possible. That has been my gospel. Everybody needs to utilize the gift of social media to sell their knowledge, to sell their experience, to sell their skill. You are too gifted to be hiding. That is my gospel. I preach the gospel of visibility every day. Okay? So I'll send you the format, on the group. Implement it. Write out what you are good at. Okay? What are you good at? You write it out. Who do you help? Who are the people you are helping? What is the particular problem or solution that you're solving? And what results will they be getting? Like I gave the example, I said, my ideal client is a 21-year-old university student in Lagos, Nigeria, who wants to grow her side hustle online, but doesn't know how to create content or show up consistently. So I help you to show up consistently, because I found out that a lot of people write goals. Like at the end of the year, you see, new year, everybody's writing new year resolution. I want to do this, I want to do that by the end of the year, blah, 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 blah. But 1 month, 2 months into the year, everything fizzles out. It's not as if they don't know what to do. They know what to do, but that's consistency, that discipline to stay consistent is what a lot of people lack. And that's where I come in. It's not as if I have all the energy, but that is my superpower. That is my gift. I am somebody that starts a thing and I don't stop until I see that it is completed. That is my own superpower. So I am now helping other people say, okay, come, you can actually write a goal and achieve that goal. I can help you, hold you accountable. I can help you stay consistent on this course. I can help you achieve your goals, your targets, no matter what it is, provided it is in the area of visibility, in the area of finances, in the area of becoming, improving yourself in your personal development. But when it comes to health, me, I'm not a health coach. I can't say I want to hold you accountable to go to the gym and all of that. That is not my niche. Okay, I can't say I want to help you in the niche of beauty and wellness. No. When it comes to finances, when it comes to visibility, I am there. Growing your business, I am there. So you need to understand who you are helping. Like I said before, you can't be helping everybody. You need to know who you're helping. What are you helping them to get, to achieve? And at the end of the day, what will be their results? By the end of 40 days, you should be able to be consistent. That spirit of consistency should come inside you. You should be able to create content on your own, ideas, how to, put out those contents seamlessly. That is my goal. You should be able to get more people to know you. You should be able to get people to buy from you. You should be able to launch your ideas, launch your products if you have not already had a product or a business. That is the goal at the end of this 40-day visibility challenge. So I hope I have been able to, demystify what it means to have a focus, especially during this 40-day visibility challenge. So that day one, you are not talking about real estate. Day two, you are talking about cooking. Day three, you are talking about clothes, fashion. Day four, mban. Don't confuse your audience. Stay in one place. If you want to talk about real estate, let it be real estate. Investment, importance of investment, mistakes a lot of people have made in the past, regrets if you don't invest, the biblical backing why you should invest. A wise man leaves inheritance for his children, not even only your children. These are the things you should be talking about. Examples of people who laid up, who laid up investments for their children. A lot of biblical examples, even earthly examples. Come up with those examples and give to them. Even you as an individual, did your parents leave inheritance for you? You can even come up with content like, you can't choose the family you come out from, but you can choose the kind of family you want to create. You can choose the kind of life you want to live. And that has to do with planning. You talk about planning, you talk about investment, you talk about growth, you talk about, having financial education. These are the content you should be creating. Letting your audience, educating them. Benefits of land. How do they know that this land is real? What are the things they need to look out for? When they say this opportunity is out, should they just make payments? What due diligence should they carry out? Which areas should they invest in? Nigeria is very volatile. Do you think they should go ahead and invest in Nigeria, or should they just pitch their tent in some other places? If you're in the health and wellness niche, what is the benefit of health? You can even come up with an argument that the religion today, is majoring on the minor. And what do I mean majoring on the minor? They play a lot of emphasis on healing rather than health, living healthy. Instead of teaching their followers how to live healthy, you hardly go to a congregation, either the Islamic religion or you hardly go to a congregation where they will start telling you you need to exercise 2 times a day or drink water. You hardly hear those kind of teachings. What you will hear is God will heal you, healing this, healing that. They will do healing crusades, miracle seminars. They emphasize on healing rather than health. Is it not better you live healthy than falling sick and looking for miracle? So you can come up with this argument, educate and sensitize your audience on the need to watch what they take in. It is not even the weather that is causing sickness. It is what you take in. Even the Bible says that it is what goes inside of you that defies you, not what comes out of you. So there are a lot of content you can build. You in the surprise call, why do you need to surprise people? It is the memories that you share, the memories you have of people that you will live with. How do you touch people? How do you impact lives? It's not until you give them money. Those simple words, those affirmations, that call. People are going through a lot. They need somebody to remind them that they are loved. And that is where we, the Shout Out Company, come in. Let's help you do the call. Let's help you tell and remind those people in your life that you love them. So I believe this section has been able to, open up your heart and help you to focus, because when you focus, you will flourish. Okay, that is the target of this section, for you to focus in order to flourish, right? So I'll see you in the group section, in the group WhatsApp group. I don't know if you have any questions. Do you have any question? I hope I'm not the only one here. Any question for me before we end up this section, and then I can drop the format you will use to, create your niche statement. Any question for me? If you have not subscribed to this channel, I wonder what your gain is. One, subscribe to this channel, Biko, and it's expedient you do so you can always get notification when I go live, especially time for sections like this. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Madam Dupe, you're here. Okay, so you don't have any question. So the class is explicit, right? Okay. We are moving on. We are moving on. The journey is going gradually, and I hope you're enjoying your stay. So I'll see you in the group, in the WhatsApp group. In the absence of no question, I'm wishing you a good night rest. God bless you for joining. Madam IJ, I see you. Onyinyechi, I see you. Madam Dupe Steady West, I see you. Thank you for joining, and God bless you. Bye.